Let's talk about a Vegas impact of a developing story here where the Minnesota Vikings were trapped on the runway in Appleton, Wisconsin after their plane skidded off the runway upon landing. Some scary stuff, but after several hours, firefighters were able to provide safe passage for the Vikes players. But Minnesota, Tim, they got an early game. It's 1 p.m. Eastern tomorrow at Lambeau Field. What's the Vegas impact of all this hell they had to go through on the runway? You got Green Bay -6.5. Should bettors just take advantage of this situation? I mean, it's kind of out of our control that the Vikings had to deal with that, but does it put them further behind the 8 ball as they're getting 6.5 points on the road at Lambeau going up against the Red Hot Packers?
I really like the Packers in this game in a teaser. I know this is a game you already liked. You like that the Vikings had airplane trouble. The Packers were your best bet, correct me not?
On Facebook Live today, when we do our weekly D&D Sportsbook show, they were my lock of the week.
Does this make you feel like you're smarter?
Yes. Not really smarter, just luckier. Definitely luckier.
This doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? No. You say, athletes, all about routine. I mean, you know that, right? Like the same routine. Now, this has to screw up your routine. You're not going to get good rest. You're like fearing for your life.
You know, I've flown to Wisconsin in the dead of winter. I've flown all around the Big Ten country in the dead of winter. It's scary.
Yeah.
And I played with a lot of European guys who weren't as familiar with the private jet system. So a little plane, right? And I would get nervous like they would and I would just go like this to them. And I remember one guy was like, I jump off plane. I jump off plane right now. And the headline, Northwestern lands, Tolick dies jumping out of plane.
You're a savage. You're an animal.